Morning, folks. Who knew I would be in the Walmart parking lot right before it opens on a Tuesday? Who knew? I didn't think I would be, but I am with no makeup on. And that's okay because sometimes it is what it is. Um, I think last week I told you about what happened with my brother trying to get to Walmart or being at Walmart. Like he's obsessed with it. Um, So I give him money. So he does have Social Security. However, it is a small portion of what expenses I spend on him. And I do also just give him money. Um I tried earlier in this year giving him like a full amount for the month, and he spent it in 3 days on soda and chips and stuff, and then dared to ask me for more money. And I'm like, no, that was like $100, over $100 I gave him. And so what I do now is just give him that same amount of money, but divide it up in weekly installments. So yesterday I gave him um, the money. Again, sometimes he really does believe he's still back in the 90s. He is obsessed with trying to buy CDs now, but there are no real CDs out there that he thinks that are out there. And so the last few days he's been trying to buy CDs at Walmart. And I even though I haven't told him straight out there are no CDs at Walmart, I've been trying to like say like, I can get you an MP3 player and put these same songs on it. Um, he actually threw away his library card. I'm not sure what the circumstances was when he did that. A library, which is like a block away from the apartment, he could check out CDs, and he used to do that. So I don't know if something happened and he still goes, so I don't think he was just like told not to go in there anymore. I don't know if somebody told him something that he didn't like to hear, and he threw away his library card. So he no longer has his library card, but he's obsessed with trying to buy CDs at this point. Sorry, that's my alarm. I'm gonna turn that off. It is officially 6 o'clock. Turning that off. Sorry. So the thing is this: yesterday, yesterday afternoon, I brought him up here to this Walmart, and I had a feeling that he has a fear of large crowds. And the thing is, I know it, other people around him know it. He doesn't realize it until it's too late. And then he's reacting, he's panicking and stuff. So, yesterday I tried to prep him. I was like, look, at this time of day, there's going to be a lot of people in there. And hopefully you're okay with that. I don't know. So, we went in. It seemed like he was okay with that until he saw the people in there. So, he tried to ditch me once. Let me turn that off too. Sorry, as you can tell, a lot of alarm. He tried to ditch me, and then he um he went and got one thing that he keeps saying that he wants, while I go to the other thing. So I had him tell me, "What do you want at a Walmart so we can quickly get in, get out?" So there, I'm walking fast. Next thing I know, he dips out on me for like a few minutes. So I keep going to the other location to what the other thing he says he wants. And then a couple of minutes later, he shows back up. And I'm like, okay, we're cool. And then that's kind of where he started panicking once he realized again that there are people at Walmart. There's a lot of people in there on a Monday afternoon after work. Okay. Um, and so he tried to jump in front of people, and I'm like, there's a line there. And then he was panicking a little bit, and so he just dropped his stuff and said, "Look, I want to go." So we left. I started recording audio just because I needed to hear, more of what's going on. Sorry. Just looking at the time here. and looking at my time because I'm still going to work. Um, I'm just really early. I wake up at 4, by the way. So I know a lot of people are like, "Why are you up at 6?" I'm like, "Dude, I get up at 4." Um, and Walmart doesn't open until 6 anyway, so I'm good. Now, the thing is this. So yeah, we had a I don't know. I don't think it is a fight. It wasn't a fight because first of all, he doesn't want to talk about his feelings even though that's the way he's going to get healed. Things that are fearful to him, he needs to know what those things are and know how to deal with them when they happen because he can't avoid them, right? But he's mentally ill. I'm not a therapist, but if anything, I just record the interaction. Um, he really was super avoidant. He tried to pull a psychological trick on me, which again, I'm like, dude, you took 2 classes, and that's what he keeps bragging about. Like he thinks he's a doctor, seriously. Because he took 2 psych classes in college, right? But he's, like mentally ill. So if anything, he tried to pull like the copy me game, and I was like, I twisted it around on him because again, I'm a teacher, dude. I've taught kids for 20 years. So there's that. And then he just decided he didn't want to talk at all. Again, I'm just looking to see. Oh, that's not it. And now you're wondering, well, why am I looking around? Because I'm waiting for him at Walmart. I'm letting him walk to Walmart because he's so obsessed to go to Walmart. I'm like, you can go, burn off some energy. I'm not gonna drive you. Um, I'm gonna wait for you here. I didn't say that. See, I'm jumping ahead in the story. So anyway, so yeah, so he had not so great interaction at Walmart, and so we left, went back home to the apartment. He was still upset. I, went to fix up his morning medicine and all that other stuff. Took a nap myself because that's what we got to do now. He came back maybe 2 hours later. I gave him his medicine, and then I left because I was kind of pissed because I'm just like, I'm trying to help you. And that's the crazy part of mental illness. It's like you're trying to help people and want the help or they want the help. See, that's the thing. So he doesn't want the help and then he wants the help. So yeah, so I'm letting him walk here to Walmart because he decided he wanted to sneak out this morning. I'm trying to decide on if I want to call him and say, hey, let me meet you at Walmart now, even though I know that's where he's coming, where he's going. He's going to Walmart right now, you know? And I have to, I don't know. It took me 50, not even 15 minutes to get up here, but it's going to take him an hour. Again, he needs the exercise. And I don't know if this is like a sibling thing. I mean, like, but then at the same time, I do care about him. I can't baby him. I can't, like, even if I was at work, this is what happened last week. I was at work and he got here and he had a situation because he didn't take his medicine and he didn't have any money either. So I'm like, what you doing? So now he has money, but he didn't have to take his morning medication. So there's that. And I'm trying to think, we have the injections. The other issue is we need to find somebody who to give him the shot. Like he has a doctor. I don't know if we can just go to the clinic and ask a nurse to do it or what. I don't know. So I'll have to call today. I'm hoping that once the shot starts building up in his system over a month or so, he'll stop, at least having, some really bad reactions about things. That's my hope. Okay. That is my hope. So yeah, so stakeout at Walmart. Maybe I'll call him in another 10 minutes to see where he is in his walking trek. Cause yeah, he's getting there. Yeah. People said it was hard, and it is. It's hard. And I was talking to somebody the other day who she had mentioned that her mom had mental illness, but we didn't really talk until the other day. And she was more open to talking because I was talking about, my brother and stuff. And she said, yeah, basically her mom's been like this since she was a kid. And that she had been taken away from her mom, and her dad had custody of her and her brothers and sisters. And her mom, refuses to take medication, and she runs away like across the country and stuff. And she said her mom is almost 80 at this point. And I'm like, man, dude, I don't know. I don't know. We need to find like something. I don't know if I could do this for another 30 years, right? Yesterday he said he didn't want to go to a group home, which I keep telling him he's not going to a group home, so he keeps remaining obsessed about certain things. Yeah, it's rough. And it sucks that there's no resources here in the United States. I mean, they're there, but they're either for the very, very, very rich people. There are places he can go that are like $20,000 for 6 months, or you get on a waiting list and wait. Okay, if you don't have any money, it's like it's crazy. It's wild. Yeah, that's where we are right now. And so I'm hoping I need to go ahead and start working on getting some family therapy. Again, he'll say he wants to do a thing, and then when it's time to do the thing, he gets scared and then he changes his mind. So I'm trying to point out these patterns that he has so that, I don't know, maybe things can be different. I don't know. All right, so I'm going to end my live here. And like I said, it's a little chilly. I'm still a little sleepy. I let my teaching partner know that I'm at Walmart. And she's like, that's cool. Um, I'm not in the mood for drama today. And oh yeah, I think maybe I prepared for this because guess what? It's full moon. Yeah, full moon. Full moons and new moons. You tell me if you've experienced somebody, and I know that sounds like there's no way. Like if you know people who act more unusual around the new moons and the full moons, please let me know. Okay, we need to come together and talk about this stuff. This stuff is happening. Okay. With that, I say good morning for me and you. Good day. Take care. Bye.